Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the New York Jets and the Houston Texans in Game 1 of the AFC Wild Card is over. Now we go to the semifinals. It's the 8 seed New York Jets against the number 3 seed Houston Texans, who just came off a win against the Buffalo Bills. As Montgomery gets to the 22-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, as throughout the tournament, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Eric. Let me guess, you're ready for football.
I am. Let's do it. I'm ready for a hell of a game here, Matthew.
And Eric, so am I, and so are these two teams. The Jets, we were not expecting to be in this tournament. They are coming in as the 8 seed here against the Houston Texans. Here's a jet sweep fake for Bell. Bell will lose 4 yards. Plays perfectly by the Houston Texan defense.
What a play. Coming out strong in the first play of the game. Rushing Bell. That's a big thing that they're going to do. They're going to bring the blitz a lot, knowing that they have a big running back. It's in Von Bell in the backfield.
And Eric, remember, this pass rush really got into the head of the Buffalo Bills, and Josh Allen is this pass! Anderson! Still going! All the way! And that's a Madden glitch touchdown, Jets! Video game time for Robbie Anderson! And the Jets are up 6-0, waiting for the extra point. And here's the field goal. So we see technical difficulties with the Jets kicking. And I'm sorry to show this in this game. So the Jets are just going to go with the squib kick. Jets are just going to squib it. Hopefully Houston shows the same respect maybe, as this ball is on the ground, picked up slowly by Houston, and a big return. And he may go all the way. Jones into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Are you kidding me? So here's Fairbairn for the extra point. It's a fake. Hit at the 10-yard line, and he didn't get it. So that is good sportsmanship by Houston. And now we will see the respect by Fairbairn and Bill O'Brien. Those of you that this is your first game watching this series, we hope you enjoy this game, as there are plenty more. 8 games, in fact, ahead of this one. 9, actually. In fact, we played, there was the NFC's semifinal game 1 with the Seattle Seahawks winning that one. And the winner will move on to face either the Green Bay Packers or the New Orleans Saints. Robbie Anderson! And again, he's got another first down. And Eric, this is going to be a big target for Sam Darnold today.
It is, and you have to utilize him and keep him under control. Because if you're not going to keep him under control, the Jets are going to use him, and they're going to use him too much that, one, you're not going to be able to stop it, or you're going to stop him and probably win this football game, Matthew.
And Sam Darnold gets sacked, loss of 6, and it was played perfectly by the Texan defense. And now Darnold again, pressure. Darnold throws pass right into the hands and intercepted. So a big turnover there, Eric. That is something Darnold did not want to do on a great drive started.
It was, and the first drive was a great drive, but that drive you went all the way down the field, and you just couldn't capitalize on that. And that's something that this Jets team needs to do.
So a man falls down, Watson. Ball comes out and picked up by, I believe, Houston, and it was Deshaun Watson who remained hold of the football.
And Matthew, I don't think you held on to the ball. I think the ball just went out of bounds.
And that is huge as, again, Watson will run. This time he is hit hard, out of bounds by Roberts. What a hit.
And Matthew, this is going to be a big thing for this football team. For the Jets, I must say. Controlling him in the pocket. Don't let him escape you. Don't let him get anywhere outside the pocket, or else he's just going to run.
Pass is caught, but out of bounds. As you saw the reaction by Adams. Here's a run. Lamar Miller stepped out at the 22-yard line, then tripped up eventually by the defense. Watson pass. Hopkins stepped out at the 4.
5 seconds remain for the big eventful first quarter.
And Eric, that is a good start if you're the Houston Texans. You wanted to march down the field as the clock expires. So, Eric, we played the first quarter of action. It's a tie game, 6-6. This is going to be a good second quarter.
It is, and now if you're the Texans, you got to capitalize on the mistake by Darnold.
Pass is incomplete, out of bounds. The catch was clean, but the pass was too overthrown. He made the catch, but it's second down and goal, Eric.
It is, and this football team for the Texans running in, and it's a touchdown, Lamar Miller. They're on the board with 6. And that's 6 more. That's 12-6 now for the Texans team, leading with 3:54 to play in the second quarter.
And that's exactly right, Eric. And as you see, they will go for 2. Watson easily in for the 2. So here comes the Jets. Eric Darnold had a great drive going to Robbie Anderson. He's got 2 completions on 2 passes, both of which to Anderson. One was a touchdown, and the other one was a huge play. And Eric, this Jets offense and Adam Gase, they will rely on Robbie Anderson throughout the rest of this game. And if they beat Houston tonight, they will move on to the tournament, and they'll rely on him again.
Not only relying on Robbie Anderson, but also relying on this man with the football, Le'Veon Bell, as he takes this one across the 40 to the 43-yard line. 21 yards after contact.
And Eric, that is a huge part to this game for Sam Darnold, letting his receivers get open and getting the blocks. That's been big as well. As Darnold pressure, Watt, he's got to chuck it out of bounds. And now,
and if he didn't, Matthew, that would have been a big loss taken by this football team.
And that's something they cannot afford at this time, knowing you're trailing in a game. Pass incomplete, a dangerous throw again by Darnold. It's like he's not even seen the football here in the first half.
Yeah, and that's his second ball thrown into double coverage, which you don't want to do. But you know what? This football team is doing it. It's not working out well for them.
Bell had a block, now launched.
Double coverage
again. Hargraves
the third.
That is again a mistake by Sam Darnold. And Eric, you score on the opening drive. You expect to get some things. You expect to keep going. And now you're losing to the Houston Texans And they have the football with 3:04 left.
And that's your second turnover force. And it's picked up by the Jets.
And he will go into the end zone. Touchdown.
And that's a big play if you're the Jets. Taking the football back and scoring for 2.
So here we go. McCown throws, pass, broken up. So here we go. The Jets will most likely onside kick it with Ficken. Here at NRG Stadium, we welcome you in. Last time we saw a kickoff, it was returned for a touchdown. Is this one near the 36-yard line? So Houston had the football, which is now a 2-point game, as it was an 8-point game in the beginning with 3 minutes left. This game is now a 2-point game with 50 seconds left. This pass downfield, broken up, no flags, played perfectly by Adams.
And it was, and that's a play that you don't expect this team to go for after getting a big play last drive taken back. But that was a big play. And if you're the Texans, I would try and go for it deep again. See, maybe you should get lucky next time.
Lamar Miller! Miller, touchdown! Yes, he got in! Lamar Miller is tackled by Adams. 39-yard touchdown run. And they will go for 2.
His second touchdown of this football game, Matthew. You think he's going to start getting heated?
I think so, and that is a struggle that we have seen so far for this man. 2-point conversion for Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Their second opportunity. Watson. He's got it. 10-point game here in Houston.
22-12, entering 9 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. And that's a big thing if you're the Texans, going up on the Jets, but an upset on the Ravens. Something we would not say the Ravens beating the Jets. But if you think about it, this sets the Texans up perfectly. Getting the ball to start the second half in the third quarter. You got to use all 3 timeouts wisely. And also not forget that 2-minute warning could put you in at another timeout, Matthew.
And Eric, that's exactly correct. Remember, you have the 2-minute warning in your advantage here, as Bell was not looking for the football. So that is, again, Eric, the struggles that we've seen from Darnold. So now the 2-minute warning is in no favor for the Jets, and it actually kind of goes back into the favors of Houston. Darnold will unlaunch the cannon. Pass is broken up.
2 Jets, 2 Texans.
No
0 catching the football. And that would have been a big play by this Jets offense. A spark that they might as well, most likely would have needed.
Here's Bell down the field and another interception. Sam Darnold's 3rd pick of the game.
Hargraves the 3rd, his 2nd.
So here we go, the Houston Texans with the football. 2nd and 10 for Lamar Miller. Handoff, Miller. Down to the 40, and Eric, this is a Texans team who's been very well running the football in this first half, and they've been very well throwing the football, but more relying on the legs of that man, Deshaun Watson.
They have, and that's a big thing that this team needs to stop doing. And it's a big thing that this Jets team has to control.
And that is something else the Jets need to control. DeAndre Hopkins, touchdown Houston. That is a huge touchdown. And remember the rules, Eric. So remember the rules. So instead of the mercy rule at 28, the mercy rule is at 35 as the pass is caught. And he got it. So Eric, you're the mathematician here. Also, I don't really feel like doing math right now. How many more points does Houston need to get in order to beat the Jets if the Jets don't score?
The Houston will need to receive 17 more points. At 47, will put them up 35. It would need to be... The Texans would need to get to 47 without the Jets scoring.
So, Eric, thank you for that help as we now enter 1 minute of play left of the first half. This has been a good first half for Houston. Not so much if you're the Jets. So, here we go. 1st and 10. Darnold calls out the signals left and right. Pressure off the edge. Pass. Caught! Thomas! End zone! Taunting! Touchdown! Jets! Well, Eric, you said it was 47. Now it's a lot more than that. As that is a huge touchdown. And a timeout by the Texans. So the Jets to go for 2. Remember, they have Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. But also remember, you have J.J. Watt off the edge. Most likely, you'll get a double team on J.J. Handoff. Bell up the gut. 10-point game. 48 to go.
And that's a big thing for this Jets team, bringing within 10. It's going to play a big part in this football game. Not only being down, but a matter of being closer, might say.
So he's trying to run it backwards. Still go. Oh, the ball is out! And recovered by the Jets special teams. To the 21-yard line, it's Johnson. That is huge, Eric, for Houston, for the Jets.
It is, and that's going to play a big factor in this game. That turnover, if they didn't turn the ball over, that could have changed everything in this game.
And there's turnover for turnover. Joseph at the 12.